Hey guys, welcome back. It is the GSL Code A. We saw our first match already today. Unfortunately, Sase got taken down by Fruit Dealer, but I thought he played really well. Yeah, he'll be around Korea for a while though, so he'll be back. Don't you guys worry about that.
Don't you worry.
No, I'm not worried. Are you worried?
I'm not worried.
I'm not worried
I think
about
he'll be
Sase.
back. He trains a lot. He's a hard worker.
I agree. Well, let's move on to our next game, shall we?
Yeah, we've got a new member of the team, Team Liquid.
Yeah, everyone's excited about this.
An old school guy, Violet, who's on the team MVP. And this is going to be a pretty close series, I have to say. I think Hero's definitely got the advantage here. His PVZ is some of the best in the world.
Actually, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I've been watching his stream and things like that. This guy has Warp Prism play like I have never seen before. I hope we get to see it today. I actually love watching this guy PVZ. I'm really excited to cast his games.
Well, when I watched him play against Dongre-gu in the qualifiers, when Dongre-gu made it to the finals of the qualifiers, it was even broadcast. A lot of you guys watched that. This was before GOMTV actually covered the qualifiers. It was actually Torch's girlfriend, Rachel, was filming it with CSN. And I watched actually behind Hero, and the way he was controlling his units and the way he made his decisions so quickly, I was like, this guy actually understands Pro versus Zerg better than most people were at that time. This was about 3 months ago or so. And he just, to me, looked like someone who really knew what he was doing. He was the first person to not be doing the timing attacks. You know, it was like he was the first one to break out of that shell and say, well, I'm not going to do a 7-gate, 8-gate timing attack with Blink Stalkers or anything like that.
That's the type of thing we need to see Protoss players do.
Yeah.
It's exciting. But let's talk about this guy for a moment. He's actually one of my favorite Zerg players, MVP Violet. This guy is awesome. He's very, very good. He's also a Warcraft 3 pro, too. For a long time, he actually got into Code S while he was playing Warcraft 3 professionally as well. So I don't know if he's still playing War 3 or not. He's been knocked down to Code A. Still a very good player, though.
And
see how he does.
You know, there was a little bit of controversy about him switching teams, perhaps, and I noticed that he's not wearing an MVP shirt, nor does he have the tag MVP, so my apologies if he's no longer on the team MVP. Sometimes these things just don't get told to me.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I think I heard a rumor about that somewhere, but you can never know if
when that happened, people told me, you know, it was just a rumor and it wasn't true and he was staying on the MVP, but I guess maybe something has changed since then. But either way, this guy is definitely on Team Liquid. We know that for sure. He's got his Team Liquid shirt on.
That's okay.
Yeah, and of course, Team Liquid has a partnership with OGS, so it's you know, not a huge change for this guy, but obviously he's gotten a lot of fans from the website teamliquid.net, which you guys should check out. This is if you've never been there before. Check out Liquidbet. It's a good way to brag to your friends about who's more right about StarCraft, who knows StarCraft better.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
For some people, maybe. It was for me like 5 months ago. I was like in the top 100. Not anymore. No, you're in. Are you still in the top 100?
I think I'm like 130 right now.
Oh, that's
I lost a lot
yesterday,
really and you know, just how it was. A lot of the players that lost, I did not expect them to lose.
Yeah, man. That's what happened.
If you guys haven't watched yesterday's Danger Day of Code A, you should definitely get on that. There was some awesome games in there, especially Maka versus Show. I recommend that series.
Oh yeah, that was just crazy series, but a lot of fun too. I mean, actually, a lot of the matches in Code A this season has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, they really have.
Yeah.
And Code A is just getting higher and higher in level as time goes on.
Oh, I
mean,
agree.
for example, Violet here on the left side is a former Code S player. You know, Hero is a player who's always done well on the ladder and has been a really strong pros player in foreign tournaments online. He's actually had so much success outside of Korea, and he's finally getting his chance to show himself here in the GSL. He did play in Code A before. This is his second time.
Well, the really cool thing, too, is, I mean, if you think about the history of the GSL, just the improvement that we've seen in the playing scene in general has gotten so much better. Looks like the game has started. Who's improved the most? Is it going to be Violet or Hero? Let's find out. It's the GSL Code A. Oh, well, looky there.
Pause, please.
Hey, look, it's our Korean commentators. Hey, guys. How's it going? And here's us again. So apparently there's a pause, as we've seen on the game. So this happens sometimes. I mean, sometimes the player doesn't quite have their settings right. He's like, oh, wait, I play grid. I didn't switch. I gotta like, switch my stuff, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure
it happens.
He's going to get that taken care of. By everything I can see, there's no abnormalities in the game in the first few seconds of it, so I don't think we're going to have a regame or anything like that.
Yep.
Do our player intros. I'm like, over here.
We'll be like, well, if you're looking at the map, around this area would be our Zerg player. And then, like, down here is our Protoss player.
Look at you, even did it backwards and everything for them. So
I know, yeah. Hey, I aim to please. That's how it is.
You're good at that. I would have actually been like this, and then you guys would have seen it the opposite way.
I would have known. You're so much more considerate to me. You've been like...
Yeah, I want you to know.
Thank you.
You can see my mini-map, though. So
I do care about you.
I care about you, too.
Thank you. Can the game start yet? Can that happen, please? We don't know what's going on yet.
We don't actually have an update. I'm guessing it's probably something with Violet's keyboard or mouse malfunctioning, or maybe suddenly he got attacked by Zerglings. They unburrowed in his booth, and he was like, "Hold on, guys, I gotta pause." But he asked politely, "Pause, please," and
I was gonna say rabid badgers burrowed through the floor of his booth and are now causing trouble, but I don't know. The booths are made of wood, so presumably a badger
termites
could make
attack.
it through there. Could be. He's like got termites dropping from the ceiling. It's like arachnophobia. He's like, ah. Oh, I guess Violet couldn't hear the sound. Probably just needs it Control S. We'll find out.
Yeah, that's sometimes the most obvious answer. For those of you guys out there who ever have problems with your sound or your game music, give you guys some tips. Control S is to toggle your game sounds, and Control M toggles your game music.
Well, I mean, Zerg players, S is one of the keys you're going to be hitting first, you know? So, I mean, if he's, like, control grouping his hatcheries and things like that and trying to make drones and stuff, you can easily, you know, hit Control S accidentally. So,
that happens.
Who knows? Or he just actually might have a computer problem. That might be it, too.
Yeah.
Technology is the vehicle of esports. I think I'm the first person to say that, actually.
Well, we've been told to get
Everyone's leaving the game. I guess we're going to restart.
We're going to rejoin.
Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit longer. Now, the map is Zelnaga Fortress. Now, as far as the implications go in ZVP, where do you think we're going to see that with these players?
Well, most likely on Zelnaga Fortress, we're probably not going to see a fortress expand. You can see it on that map. Some players can pull it off. I think Hero is going to do a sort of gateway starting out, maybe 1 or 2 gate sentry expand, and then he's going to go into Stargate play.
It's got a narrower choke, so you can kind of wall it off a little bit easier than on, than on other maps, but yeah.
Wow!
Wow!
Whoa! Like, you had a little thing in your throat there, like, everybody calm down.
I just had to clear my throat. I hate having to do that on camera. Normally, I don't. Well, that's how you do it, you know? That's the appropriate response. You clear your throat, and then you do jazz hands.
You're like, whoa!
It's like, ta-da!
Wait, hold on, everybody. Yeah. Okay, we're all right now.
This is the best day of my life, Wolf.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
It's my best day of my life, too.
That's good. We went to a bank this morning.
Yeah,
and things actually went okay.
Yeah, things went well. I had to get my card changed. They kept asking me why. I'll tell you guys the secret. It's not actually a secret. I had a pink card, and I called it the woman card. I was like, why can't I have the man card? I was asking them, I want the man card. Because my card looked like it was a woman card. It was pink. Everyone else has a green card. Everyone else who uses the same bank as me has a green card. I had a pink one. It didn't have my name on it.
I don't know.
So I was like, I need the green card.
Though I'm pretty sure that like pink and yellow are actually royal colors in Korea, so maybe they're just trying to compliment you.
Yeah, maybe they are, but...
And you spat in their faces,
They kept
Wolf.
asking me, like, why? Why do you need the change? And I was like, it's pink. It doesn't have my name on it. They're like, other reasons? I'm like, no, that's just it. I just don't want a pink card. But they changed it for me. It was actually a pretty simple process, so...
Yeah, I had an easy time, too, actually. Like, they were all really friendly there. I just had to, like, transfer some stuff and...
Yeah,
so
just for reference for you guys, if anyone who wants to come to Korea and you're like not really sure if you can get through with the language barrier and things like that, it's actually really easy to get around as a foreigner. And also, if you know any Korean at all, it's actually really easy.
Yeah.
And you can learn so much just from living here for a few months. I mean, we already have learned much more than we knew when we first came here.
Yeah, I didn't know anything when I first came here. I was like studying on the plane when I came over in March. I was like... reading how to say hello and stuff like that. And then the first thing I did, John met me at the airport, I said hello to him in Korean, and he was all impressed. He gave one of those John laughs. Yep.
John laughs at the
You know
best,
what it means.
man.
Is he still around? I don't know. He was around earlier because Sase was around, but I don't think he's here anymore.
Aww.
He left us.
Well, you know, everyone's back in the game, so I'm thinking we're going to start here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're asking if they're ready. They're asking.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Man.
I want to see this match. I want to see some cool Warp Prism play. The countdown started. We're going to see it soon. MVP Violet, or maybe just Violet, versus Liquid Hero. We're going to have to find that out. I don't know.
Yeah, tweet at us at FXO Wolf and Gosu Doa.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Game's starting.
Game's loading.
Game's loading and then starting. Violet's computer's a little bit slower.
Oh no, we're gonna have another issue with Violet's computer. It's not
no,
loading. Oh, it's loading now.
Yes.
Everything's
yes.
fine.
Jazz hands. Whoa. and this is way more exciting from our side, trust me. All right, the game started. Let's get inside. Whoa. All right, here we are. All right, it's our Zerg player at the right side of the map in the yellow from the team. Who knows? It's Violet.
Teamless.
Yep, I guess he's just Violet. Here's your answer right there. He's joined up with that Zerg statue. They're going to make a wonderful team together. And up at the right, well, the top part of the map, not the right side at all, it's Liquid Hero.
I thought you were good with directions. You were doing a good job with that earlier.
I know. Well, see, now it's in front of me. It's like, well, is it my right? I don't know. So Liquid Hero, a lot of fans of his out there. He's a popular guy. Thanks to, I thought it was, I don't know. Thanks to our sponsors.
Yeah, Sony Ericsson and G-Skill.
We saw Intel there. I guess they make cool computer parts too. So
yeah, thanks to Intel
props
as well.
to them.
Intel's done a lot for the GSL.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just very thankful.
And, you know, contrary to what I thought, we are going to see a forge expand from Hero. Let's put his pylon down on the low ground.
Yeah. Does it seem like that position is much more wide open than the bottom position on this map? Like, look at that.
Yeah, it does actually. I think it might just be an optical illusion, though.
It maybe is. I don't know. There are some maps like that. Like, you remember Scrap Station? The one side of the map, it took like more creep tumors to get down to the natural than the other side.
Yeah.
There's like little differences.
Well, these
here and
things
there.
get fixed over time. And actually, with what I'm looking at with my map, I'm actually measuring this out. I think you're right. I think that actually is wider.
Yeah.
That position.
I feel like it is.
Yeah, actually.
It definitely is.
It's actually definitely wider.
All right.
We actually just found map imbalance.
Oh.
GSL.
My gosh. We have.
Well, Hero is.
Mortal Kombat.
And with the microing there that Violet did, he actually.
I feel like the probe could win.
Yeah, the probe could have won that because Violet moved, but now.
Not now that he's regen, he's gonna be okay. Second probe coming in to tap him out. And he's like, I saw what you did to my friend. All right, well, there's the forge.
And next is going down before Cannon because he knows the pool is just finished.
And yeah, he's going to have a little bit more time here. He's got a bigger area to cover with buildings, apparently. We just found out.
Yeah, that is where he's going to be expanding the difficult location.
Oh,
nice
the pylon
block. And the probe even gets away.
You know, Hero does have some of the best control I've seen in a long time, too. Like, I've got this feeling about this guy. You know, I think he's going to be really good.
I think he is, too.
I think he's already really good. But Violet is also very good. And Zerg players just have to deal with this stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's just part of being a Zerg player.
Yeah.
People are going to pylon block you. Sometimes when I play Nexus Burst, I get Terran's eBay blocking me. I'm like, really? That's actually happened to me a few times. They're smart, man. I probably shouldn't be Nexus Bursting on those maps if they can get all the way there and eBay block me, but...
That's probably a pretty good point, yeah. There is a probe just outside of the base of Violet as well. Maybe going to do some scouting.
Yeah, he's lurking around at the third base of Violet. It's that same probe that did the pylon. He just wants to be more annoying. He thought, you know, I frustrated you enough today, but I think I'll do a little bit more.
He's a probe that was in, like, you know, in school when you make the teacher mad, they take away your recesses. He was a probe that never got to go to recess, and he thought he was cool because of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody knows that guy. This guy that you dare him to drink paint water, and he would.
Yeah, he's got 5 hit points left. It's like, oh, you can see him. He's like, I want to be the red probe because I'm different.
That's right.
No probe means you're about to die.
He's got his hair, like, slicked down over one eye.
He's like, I don't study. I just want to make bad grades and everyone will like me. It's like, no, it doesn't make any sense, you dumb little probe.
Study hard. That's the important thing. And start a Starcraft team at your school.
Oh! Those drones were mad.
Wow, that was a beatdown, man.
They just latched onto two. They were just all ready to go mine. And look at that. At least I was right about one thing. Hero loves his Stargate follow-ups.
Yep.
Hero, in all matchups, including PvP sometimes, he likes to go Phoenixes. But especially in PvZ, is Phoenix control is awesome. This guy doesn't lose Phoenixes. He doesn't lose Void Rays sloppily like we saw Sase lose a few Void Rays, you know, just due to miscontrolling a little bit here and there.
Well,
Hero, he's not going to do that, man.
He is on a team too with MC, and MC for a long time was, you know, extolling the virtues of Stargate play. Phoenixes especially for a long time, so, you know, Hero could have easily picked up on that as well a little bit.
One Void Ray coming out first, and that watchtower is taken in the middle of the map, but it's about to explode anyway, as you guys can see there.
Protest is like, I didn't do that. He's like walking away, trying to not look guilty.
And here's some more of that pressure that we've been seeing. This time, instead of just 2 Zealots, it's 2 Zealots and a Stalker. And Violet's actually going to have to make some Zerglings. He's making 16 right now.
Wow, he's in real danger of losing this Queen, too.
And it looks like actually he's going to be able to save it.
Oh, that Queen has
1 more attack,
points.
and the Zealot will kill it, but it looks like beautiful micro by Violet, and the Queen lives. Zerglings saved the Queen, man.
Yeah.
Overlord sees the Stargate as well as the Void Ray. The Void Ray is going to come out, may actually finish off that Queen if he can find it.
Yep, looks like he's going to lose that Overlord, though, I believe. Sentries don't do a lot of damage, but they do enough.
Speaking of losing Overlords, and Overlord being targeted down at the natural here.
Oh, wow, that's actually going to pretty badly supply
Speedling counterattack over here, and Probes and 1 Sentry are going to try to block that off.
Wow, they do a good job of it, too. Nice response.
And the Queen in the main is in danger of being killed by a Void Ray. Why am I talking like this?
I don't know.
There he goes. I love that Hero knew the Queen would be there and not at the natural. He knew he'd be hiding that Queen in the main, went for it and killed it.
Yeah, got out of there before the Spore Crawler did any damage. It spawned. It was like, aha! Uh-oh. It's too late. Queen's already dead. More gateways on the way right now for Hero. Infestation Pit coming out.
Yeah,
from Violet
going for a quick Infestation Pit. I like
Very
that.
quick.
Getting +1 melee attack as well. He's doing a pretty good job holding these Voiders. There's nothing really he could have done to save that Queen. I mean, the Queen was on low hit points. He didn't have enough energy for transfuse. He's just going to target down some of these drones. It's something we've seen Pro-Ops players do more and more recently, is just go for these drones.
Yeah.
Because why not?
That's true. I mean, if you can pull your Void Rays away before they really take any hull damage.
Any hull.
Yeah.
Still has shields on that Void Ray that was low.
Well, I was excited about this one. I thought this was going to be a really good PvZ because both of these guys do really have pretty excellent unit control. You know, we saw Violet save that Queen for a little while earlier, and you see all this. Now, of course, Hero did see the Infestation Pit, so he has a good idea about what's on the way. Picking off that Creep Tumor as well, though it might have been canceled.
It was actually killed.
Oh, okay.
Now, these Phoenixes are getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Wants to join up with the Void Rays, maybe pick off a Queen or two if he can. Ooh, he's going to get the Evolution Chamber by the looks of it, because even if these Queens come, they're going to be lifted.
Well, hopefully they'll be lifted. We'll see.
Oh, he's actually going to try to kill these Queens. I think this may be a mistake.
Yeah, this is a little bit risky. He's taking some damage to one of those Void Rays.
Yeah,
pretty serious damage.
Almost losing a Phoenix there. Didn't lose any of those units, but a little bit uncharacteristically too aggressive by Hero there.
Well, you know, can only be in one place at one time, so he might have been back in the base doing a little macroing. You see, he did just start a robotics base, so the time it takes to go back to your base and put that down, you know, that type of thing can happen.
Well, I like that he's been using these Phoenixes to continue to check the map to see if there's a third base from Violet. Violet, though, already has Infestors out, 5 of them. They do have Pathogen Glands. They have that Fungal upgrade. He's getting Burrow as well, so his Infestors can be able to sneak around the map. And we have a Spire on the way as well. So Violet doing a very heavy two-base, gas-intensive play. But I like this because the position that Hero's in right now, it's a good choice for him to stick with 2 bases. It's going to be very difficult for him to get a hatchery.
Yeah, absolutely.
And part of the problem is he doesn't have good creep spread. And why is that? It's not his own fault. It's actually just because Heroes kept denying it with those Voiders. That's what those Voiders are sitting there right now to do.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Oh, he might actually catch these. But there's an Observer coming out at the right moment.
Wow. Really
and
nice
he does catch one of those, but the Observer will die as a result, it looks like.
Yep. And then right away he's going to burrow out again. This is pretty cool. Colossus on the way right now. Hero does not want to cancel it, but he's going to need to deal with those Infestors then, that means. And looks like these Zerglings are going to try to get in, but there are plenty of sentries back at the base. Infestors look like land sharks, man. Like,
they do.
Da-dun, da-dun. What are you doing there, going away? Oh, is he going to get the fungal on the Zealots?
That would be a huge fungal, but actually he's going to drop Infested Terrans instead. I don't think this is going to work, though, because there's so many Zealots here, and the Colossus is out as well.
Yeah,
I think this is a huge blunder. We've seen a lot of players try to make this work, but I have to say, each time they try, it usually fails pretty badly. Now, again,
terrible.
He only lost a few Infestors there. He traded mostly energy for for damage. So he did a little bit of damage and only traded energy, so he kept the majority of his Infestors alive. That's okay.
Now, here's a question for you. Can Phoenixes pull burrowed Infestors out of the ground?
Yes.
Okay. I figured they probably could, but I've never seen it happen, so.
Only, of course, if he has an Observer to pick one up. You can do the same with Roaches, actually, as well.
Oh.
And they actually have the animation that they're still burrowed while they're in the air. It looks kind of funny.
Huh.
Now, these mutas that have been made are a really smart choice. I love Violet's just doing so many different kinds of tech. Even though he's behind, he's just able to do so much harassment.
Oh, yeah, and he's going to kill some probes here for sure. Going after all those probes there.
There are a lot of cannons, though, at the natural, so that this harassment is going to end, but he may decide to go for some pylons. Fortunately for Hero, he has Stalkers warped in, prepared.
Yeah.
Look at that one Void Ray. That one Void Ray at the natural. You guys will get a shot of it in a second. You've seen several shots of it. That Void Ray at the natural has actually just been hanging out, killing creep tumors all day. Look at the mini-map. That's all you guys need to see, actually. There's no creep spread because Violet can't spread creep as the Void Ray. Also, he's trying to send drones out and take hidden bases, but that Void Ray is also denying that.
Muta's taking some damage as they fly over, but yeah, again, Violet was not able to take a third, and Phoenix is LOLing as they fly circles around the Mutas, and that is not good for Violet.
Yeah, that's a problem, though, when your opponent has Stargate tech and you go for Mutas. It's very difficult to deal with the Phoenix Ball. And actually, one drone did manage to escape, got away from the Void Ray because the Void Ray was on hold position. So he is going to take a hidden base here, but it's spotted by the Phoenixes. Not so hidden anymore.
Well, Phoenix has been just ridiculously effective in his scouting here. He's always all over the map. You can see the Phoenix is still just flying everywhere. Nothing's going to get past this guy. Oh, he's going to lose the Void Ray, though.
That was the Hero Void Ray that stopped so much creep, though.
Yep.
That Void Ray is way more than paid for itself. It also killed 3 Overlords. I think that was the initial Void Ray, like the Hero Void Ray that came out.
Name a commemorative pylon after that Void Ray or something like that.
Well, 5 more gates being added for Hero. He's already up about 30 supply. And he's got a really good composition. I think Violet's going to try to make this attack work. It might not be the right time, though. He's only got Corruptors, Speedlings, and Infestors, and there are Colossi out. Ooh, misses a Fungal.
Yeah.
Observer, bit of a mistake there.
Well,
here we go! Fungal's going down. Good force fields, trapping the Infestors, though. Infested Terrans being dropped, but the Colossi are just doing so much damage. The Zerglings can't close the distance because there are so many Zealots.
Short-lived neural on one of those Colossus, but it didn't do a whole lot, and suddenly Hero's looking pretty good. Infestor just runs between the legs of the Colossi to die. And yeah, this is getting pretty messy.
Yeah, he's just losing so many units. GG. He knew that Violet, or rather that Hero had a third base. He added a ton more gates there. He scouted it. He was like, well, no matter what happens, he's going to have about 8 more gateway units at least warping in immediately, and another Colossus is going to counterattack, and I am not going to hold any of that.
Well, man, Hero's wearing a blue shirt, and he reminded me of a blue deck in Magic the Gathering, the way he controlled that game, man. That, good.
That's a little nerd reference there.
I know. Anyone who knows Magic the Gathering knows Blue can be kind of annoying to play against. Violet's probably pretty annoyed, man. I mean, he just couldn't do anything. He tried some really cool, creative stuff, and Violet just shut it down.
All right, well, there's something I had to talk about. There's something I need to address.
Do
Wolf's going to actually address the audience.
You have the floor,
All
Mr.
right.
Wolf.
The Infestor timing attack with Infested Terrans at the natural.
Yeah.
Destiny actually made that work a little bit, but he went for faster Infestors. He actually attacked at a faster timing. The Koreans are now trying to use that, the GSL, but attacking after Colossi are out. It's not working. They need to stop doing that. It's actually, like, if they lose no Infestors, like no Infestors lost, it's like, all right, you traded some energy. You may have killed like one pylon and like damaged the Zealot, and that's it.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You lost all your energy, but you traded energy. It's okay. But if you lose half of your Infestors or more, or even any of your Infestors doing something like that, not worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like just plain old fungal growth would do more damage to a group of Zealots like that anyway. I mean, they weren't really split up really at all or anything like that, but he went for the
he could have fungled it and then ran away a little bit, fungled it again, something like that.
I like to see new things. I like to see
I like that
innovation,
they're trying it. I think if they optimize a little bit more, you
Yeah.
know, or do it a little bit faster, or do it a different way, or try to do it at the third base instead or something like that, it can work really well. I mean, we've seen it work in the GSL before as well.
Yeah,
but
we
recently,
have,
I mean, in Kodai, I've watched it happen a few times, and I'm like, that's not a good idea. You don't actually even know what's there. You're just throwing down the infested Terrans and hoping, I hope this works. Let's throw all the infested
He's
Terrans
like,
over.
I heard they have a lot of DPS. Go!
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, it was worth a try.
Worth a shot.
That's why I like Violet, because he tries stuff like that. It's fun.
Well, then he went into Mutas off of 2 base after going for the infestors,
Yeah.
and that could have worked well. But the problem was, Hero already had a Stargate, and once the Phoenixes get out, which the Phoenixes build ridiculously fast.
Well, I was a little bit surprised, too, to see him go for mutas after he already saw there were like 4 or 5 Phoenixes out, you know? It's kind of a surprising decision. Well, the second map is Metalopolis. The game is loading right now. We're going to get inside of it. Violet needs to win this game to keep his GSL hopes alive. Let's find out what happens.